everyone, and welcome to the second episode of Radio FCCIB, the new podcast and video program from the French Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Bahrain. In this new episode, we are pleased and honored to welcome Mr. Zulfikar Haider, Chief Executive at Bureau Veritas Bahrain. So Zulfikar, thank you so much for your participation today. You know the concept. I'm going to ask you 3 questions regarding your company and the current situation. But briefly, I will introduce you and your company before that. So Bureau Veritas Group was founded in 1828 and counts more than 75,000 professionals across the world. And you are supporting all kinds of industrial and services providers in more than 140 countries, I think. So you are the Chief Executive of Bureau Veritas Bahrain, and you have more than 26 years of extensive experience in the testing industry and certification inspection. So my first question for you today will be the following. What are the challenges overcome by Bureau Veritas during the crisis, and how did they overcome these challenges?
Well, thank you very much, Margot, for having me on this platform. Well, as you can see that this pandemic has come with a very surprise throughout the world, and all the countries around the globe have faced the similar situations across. Like I think the best thing was this, that the way we moved into it to address the situations and address the concerns which were raised by the World Health Organization in terms of dealing with the situation. We were very quick in this term. We were very quick in taking action on this, and then we are very grateful to our regional management as well as our local management here, the team which was dealing with this whole crisis in order to ensure the resource management, the availability of the PPEs, availability of the instructions and the procedures, and the instructions which were addressed by the World Health Organization as well as the Ministry of Health. And we were very effective in implementing it in the very first day. And we managed to get all the resource management done well in advance in terms of dealing with the situation. Of course, like the government has been very helpful in this regard. The leadership shall be praised with all flying words. I think the way they have handled the whole situation in terms of dealing with it, managing it, and maintaining it to the extent, and supporting the local industries in terms of financial help as well. I think that's marvelous, and we should always be thankful to the leadership of the country. In terms of dealing with the situations also, we were very quick in terms of addressing it and giving the STPTs, which are like, the safety toolbox talks to all the staff on a regular basis, and developing the culture, which was almost like not there in terms of handling this type of crisis. We are a HSE company, so all the safety factors and all the safety requirements which are needed to execute the activities were already there in place. But in terms of handling these crises, new additional measures were to be taken in terms of handling this. So we were very quick in terms of putting those procedures in place.
All right, thank you very much. And second question is, what solutions were put in place to face these challenges?
Well, of course, like, in this situation, you are facing two types of issues. One is to deal with the crisis and come up with the solutions, with the processes that can ensure the safety of your staff and effective control of the cross-contamination that can happen, while knowing that Bureau Veritas, we never closed the office. Like, our offices were still working because we were one of the industries which were not required to be closed out. So in order to ensure that the team is working effectively, of course, the fear factor of the staff was there. So being the management, it was our role and responsibility to make sure that we should give them the confidence that they are in safe hands, and all the all the measures which the management has decided to take, if they are implemented, they will be perfectly safe in terms of the whole crisis. And the other was to look into the revenue side of it, like, how to continue doing business. So what we did is we built a crisis management team within the office. We try to resource them to the maximum that they can work effectively, even as crisis comes in where the whole lockdown will be there. So they should be able to operate from their homes. The business continuity program was also initiated. And then we applied all the Ministry of Health guidelines, which were there in order to ensure the continuation of your services as per the Ministry of the Record, which also screening of anybody who comes. First of all, we restricted the movement of the people. We restricted the travel for the staff for coming in or going out. So we continued that. Any visitor who was coming to the office was being screened, and a declaration was being done by them to ensure that they have not traveled to certain countries in the past several days before they can enter the office if it was really deemed needed to be having a face-to-face meeting. We also limited the face-to-face meeting for all our staff as well. All the meetings that we are doing within the office as part of the management, also we are doing it through our own tools that we have for our own meeting, which is the Teams that we are using right now. Of course, human behavior is one of the major factors here, which was to be taken care of. So we keep on teaching and guiding the staff from time to time that, this is the way we need to handle it. Like, we need to keep this safe distance among us while we are in the office. Also restricted the movement of the people around. We restricted the use of the pantry. We closed the use of the dispensers and all this. We came up with the alternative solutions for water, for coffees and all that stuff. So we try to minimize the cross-contamination that can possibly happen in an office. Apart from this, when it comes to the revenue side of it, we try to build up some services very quickly. Our regional, our zonal management and the head office was very quick in terms of identifying suitable services which can add up to the portfolio of Bureau Veritas, keeping in view that we are a QHSE company, and then we are one of the experts in the field of quality, health, safety, and environment. So they came up with a very nice product, which was restart with Bureau Veritas, So it was a safeguard logo or a benchmark, giving confidence to our clients that if they implement those protocols in their own offices, in the companies, in the outlets, in the restaurants and hotels, they can give some sort of a good amount of a confidence to their customers to have a major footfall to their premises. So, and we build this safeguard product based on different sectors, and then our different business sectors people sat down together and designed this whole program. I'm sure you must have attended the previous seminar that we did online for the FCCIB in the past for the restart with Bureau Veritas. So these are the products that we have built up in terms of trying to address the needs of the clients as well, to ensure that business revenue wise and the overall business wise we should catch up with the requirement as well, to address the needs of the client as well.
All right, thank you. Now, last question, but not least, how do you see the way forward?
Well, if you see, I think you might have heard the word the new normal. That's the way forward, at least in the short term. But I'm sure we are going to get through this whole situation. And then we are, as part of Bureau Veritas growth initiative, digitalization was already a part of the growth initiative, which we were working even before this pandemic has happened. And that is the future. That is the future of the whole world, because this pandemic has taught us several lessons, and the management will start to see how best they can optimize the cost, as well as to make the more services more effective and provide a similar or a better confidence to the client in terms of providing the needs which they are looking for as far as the testing, inspection, and certification services are concerned. Of course, in the future, you can see that business competition is going to be very stiff, and then you might face a lot of challenges in terms of the price pressure, which could be there. And of course, there are several changes that might happen, like work from home, online activities that like the most affected area for us was the training part of it, because in Bahrain the training was completely stopped. So we were having that difficulty that day. So apart from the training, which we have started now doing the virtual training, is the new service we started working on. Apart from the e-learning, we have done virtual training. We are coming up with several programs around the globe where we can do virtual trainings now. So that has helped us to, no, we should not say that we have built these ones, but we have accelerated our pace in terms of how we need to deal with the future of the situation and how to address the client's needs in the future.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and thank you all for listening, and see you in the next episode of Radio FCCIB. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Have a good day ahead.